Howdy. I warned you I will talk about the cold still. That's the weather situation at the moment over Europe on ground level. And obviously, there is quite some air flowing from the Arctic southwards. Here is the barrier what I was talking about. It's quite obvious. And I have been watching now those forecast models and said that this event might be a game changer, which also means that this one storm, which is now plunging into Scandinavia, here it started to get a bit windier. But I think tomorrow we will have more action going on. And here it's still going from the south to the north. What I meant with game-changing event is that it will at least be like that for some prolonged amount of time and not just be this one storm and it's over and everything goes back to normal. And now, as we watch this forecast model here, on Monday is the next storm coming into Europe, or Northern Europe, Scandinavia. Central Europe is still safe. There's nothing really going on, wind-wise at least. We are just watching wind. This is something you have to keep in mind. No rain or snow visible on these maps here. Also, no temperature. It's just the wind. And we will keep the focus on this region here, especially on the direction of the winds. Now let's continue with this. Take some time until it rolls through. Monday evening, still windy in the Baltic region. And as I have told already earlier, I somehow noticed that they seem to turn around and then, in a way, come back down here. And now, if you watch this region here, what I told you about the wind direction, it's obviously, it has turned around and it makes its journey southwards. You can somehow imagine this peak here would be the edge. And that's just the wind. Now let's have just a look at until it ends, which is 10 days or something. It seems that Spain, Gibraltar region, Morocco, Northern Algeria, Portugal, France, Spain, they might get hit again and again and again with storms. And now let's have a look at the temperature. Let's start from the situation what we have now. It doesn't change anything. Wait a second. Now, pressure lines off. Now, finally. Here's this kind of swing around action. Somehow earlier they just turn around here. And nowadays, or it at least seems like that they take a bigger journey around, which means the whole circle gets bigger, which would be much easier to show on Null School or Google Earth. And then it basically continues here, goes up to Svalbard, and they come back here, which is a huge circle, and I'm really interested into how it will develop. Is there any this kind of huge weather pattern emerging? I don't know. It would be not only interesting to see this kind of huge weather pattern, it would be also interesting that it would be this kind of weather pattern which brings cold air quite south to Europe. Here we have the barrier activating, and it will break, which means the direction of the winds will be the opposite. And also if we take just some temperature, random, let's take for example Paris, approximately Paris. Wednesday, 14 degrees. It's not getting really warm in Europe. Check it out. -3, -4, 2, 1, England. All frozen. And I don't know, but it seems that this mass is making its journey southwards. It could be really interesting to see that, how it will develop. But I would say one thing is for sure. This region of water, at least the surface water, will cool down quite much. And I don't know how much this will affect the circulation of the Atlantic, how much warmth Europe still will get in the future. I could make an endless video, we could watch a million things, but I will leave it here. I just wanted to show you that this event of cold in Europe is not something which is over after this weekend. It seems that it's starting this weekend and it will stay for at least some amount of time. And we will have also quite, beside heavy winds, also participation like rain, snow, and all these kind of things in springtime when people should start to grow their crops. There's no sun, it's too cold and probably floods, so it might be really bleak for some farmers to get anything started this year, which could create some tensions in society. Thanks. Bye.